What's going on? My name's Shah. Hope you're having a good day. So today we're having a look at Extra Utilities 2 generators. So they came out a couple patches ago and I hadn't had time to do any type of update for my Extra Utilities spotlight or whatnot. So that's what we're doing today we're just basically looking at the generators. Couple notes, they did also add these little bitty mini chests, which are freaking awesome. The trash cans, so we now actually more than just a trash can, we actually have an energy trash can. Why you would want to throw away your energy, I don't know. But there you go, you got one. And a fluid trash can. So, fluids that you don't need or have an abundance of or just a byproduct, you can dispose of them in this trash can fluid. Awesome. So let's get started with the generators today. So the first generator on the list is the Culinary Generator. The Culinary Generator uses food to generate RF. Now, different foods will generate different amounts of RF at different rates. So this one's generating 28,801 RF at 48 RF a tick. If we look at a regular apple, an apple will generate 9,600 RF at 32 RF a tick, compared to a golden apple at 65,601 at 56 RF a tick, and a notched apple at 101,534 RF at 96 RF a tick. So you can go through and check out the different foods. I'm not going to give you any spoilers and tell you what the best food is for your culinary generator, but there are many options. So there you go, Culinary Generator, check. Disenchantment Generator. Yep, you burn or it uses items that are enchanted as fuel. So right now I've just got some swords going in here with sharpness 5 on them. And these sharpness 5 is generating us 854,000 RF at 40 RF a tick. And, so it's got like a 17-minute burn time. Not too shabby. So you can use different items that are enchanted in the Disenchantment Generator. Next, we have the Ender Generator. And it can use Ender Pearls, but it can also use the Eyes of Ender. Now, let's grab an Eye of Ender for comparison here. Now, when you have one of your generators open and you hover over an item, it'll actually tell you what type of fuel it'll burn or how much RF it'll give. So this Eye of Ender will generate 256,000 RF at 80 RF a tick, compared to the Ender Pearls, which generate 64,000 RF at 40 RF per tick. So this Ender Pearl right here has got a burn time of about 1 minute and 20 seconds. Next, we have the Explosive Generator. This actually uses TNT to generate power, and let's just grab one TNT. We already had one. It can go back. So if we hover over it, it generates 512,000 RF at 160 RF a tick. Now, I'm not going to load it in because it's explosions and power. We'll check it out when we go up there. So we'll check this one out in a little bit. We'll see it run, but as you can see, there's the TNT that it uses. Next, we have the Frost Generator. Guess what it uses? Ice. So regular ice generates 16,000 RF at 40 RF a tick. You can also use the, what's the other ice? The packed ice, yes. And it generates the same amount. Moving on, we have the Furnace Generator. This is like the most basic generator. It can use anything that you would normally put in a furnace, wood, vents, stairs, what have you, sticks. It'll all burn in here. And just as an example, the coal generates 16,000 RF at 40 RF a tick. Next, we have the Halitosis Generator. Now, this one is probably going to be one of the later ones that you use, and it uses Dragon's Breath as the fuel. Dragon's Breath generates, one bottle of Dragon's Breath generates 480,000 RF at 40 RF a tick. So it's about a 10-minute burn time per bottle. And next we have the Heated Redstone Generator. This one requires 2 fuels. It requires redstone and lava. And it generates 160 RF by providing it lava and redstone. So there you go, 160. Now, as you can see here, you can pipe stuff in and out depending on what mod you're using. Of course, Extra Utilities has its own pipes that you can pipe stuff in. Then you can use the wireless transmitter to pull your power out and move it around as well if Extra Utilities is the only thing you're using. All right, so let's move on down the line here, and we'll get back up there in a minute. Survival Generator. Now, the Survival Generator and the Furnace Generator are probably the 2 first ones you're going to use. They're pretty basic to craft. It also generates, it doesn't provide as much power though. So this generates, one piece of coal generates 80,000 RF, but only at 5 RF per tick. So its burn time is 13.5 minutes per piece of coal. But it's, again, only 5 RF. But it'll get you started, you know, right off the get-go. So that's probably the first one you're going to want to make. Next, we have the Slimey Generator. And, yep, you guessed it. It uses slime. Now, you can use rice balls, you know, which is like a substitute from actual additions. So it works in there because it's similar to slime. It's the same thing as slime. It's or dictionary, right? Also use regular old slime balls, and as for comparison, we'll open it here. So the slime block generates 140,000 RF at 360 RF per tick, compared to a slime ball that generates 16,000 at 40 RF per tick. Potion generator. So a potion generator, you guessed it, it uses potions. Now, the higher the tier the potion, the more RF it is going to generate. Do I have any different potions in here? No, I've just got splash. So you'll have to take my word for it. You can go through and look at potions. Can we just look in here? There you go. So you can see like splash potion of swiftness, 256,000. What was that? Splash potion of slowness generates 102,400 RF at 320 RF per tick. Next, we have the Underdeath Generator, and it uses bone blocks. You can also use rotten flesh and regular bones. And for comparison, we'll just kind of pull these out so I can show you the RF values on them. So rotten flesh gives you 8,000 RF at 20 RF a tick. A regular bone will give you 16,000 at 40 RF a tick. I've got some bone blocks in here, which generate 48,000 RF at 120 RF a tick. Next, we have a pink generator. Yes, you heard me right, a pink generator. This one's also going to be a little bit of a pain to automate when you're trying to get all of these generators to run, because for the rainbow generator to operate, all the other generators have to be running at the same time. And we'll see that run at the end here. So as you can see, it's only got a 0.5 second, so half a second burn time. So it's burning through this pink wool at 400 RF, at 40 RF per tick. Next, we have another star generator. We're going to test this one up there, but I'll go ahead and show you the burn times on it without putting it in there. So this generates 9,600,000 RF at 4,000 RF per tick. Next, we have an overclock generator. And here there's a lot of different options. You can use, you know, all of the basic things you would normally burn in just a regular vanilla furnace, such as coal, fences, stairs, oak. Now, the one big thing with this overclock generator is it burns things extremely fast. So as you can see, these blocks of coal are generating, let me pull one out here. Oh, they done took up. So they're generating 16,000 RF at 4,000 RF a tick. It has a burn time of 0.2 seconds. So 1/5 of a second is how long it's taken one block of coal. And it is generating, as you can see up here, at 32,000 RF. Yeah, this one's going to be one of your trouble ones to keep full. This one, the pink, and the potion generator are going to be your 3 hard ones to automate when getting your rainbow generator set up. So the last one to look at here is the Magmatic Generator. A lot of sky blockers will use this with the lava production. So let's grab a little bit of lava. I think I got a lava egg. We'll just throw this in there. So we'll just throw this lava egg in there to burn. So now it's got some lava in here. I just put lava in is all I did. Don't let the egg thing confuse you. So it's generating 40 RF off of, per tick. And the burn time for a bucket is going to take a little bit. 6.2 seconds per 100 millibuckets, basically. All right. And as you can see over here, we have the rainbow generator going because I do have the explosive generator and I also have the nether star generator set up there and running just so they're not near us. And because all of these generators are currently running around us here, every one of them, the rainbow generator has came online. And it is generating more than that. So it's only showing 625,000. I think that's because that's the max input. But if we go and click on it, you can see the generator spectrum is complete, sending 25 million RF of energy per tick. Yeah, you heard me right, 25 million RF per tick. Because all of these are running, and we got the rainbow generator here. It's amazing. Let's go up here. Where's my wand? So, as you can see, it's loud up here. Here's the explosive generator. It's the one running the TNT. and being obnoxious. Over here's the Nether Star generator. If we were in survival, this would actually be hurting me right now, and I would see, we have the wither effect, so that's what it's actually giving us. It's giving us wither 2 for 20 seconds just because we're near it. Let's get away from it. Yeah. Before we take off, I just want to make sure that I showed you the Nether Star. So the Nether Star is going to burn for 2 minutes, and it's going to generate 4,000 RF per tick for a grand total of 9,600,000 RF. And as you can see over here, the explosion one with the TNT is generating 160 RF per tick. All right, so that is the all the generators and what they are needed to run. Now, as far as if y'all want me to set up a way to realistically automate all of this in survival, let me know and I'll see what I can do. I may try doing this on my Sky Factory series. I'm not sure yet, but I just wanted to get something out there because I know some of these people may not know what they were doing, like the Halitosis Generator. Someone might not know what it does, but I just want to get the information out there for everybody in case you had some questions or whatnot. So I hope you found the video. I got googly eyes. I hope you find the video useful or helpful or at least maybe somewhat entertaining. But anyway, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.